Plus on a Saturday. I'm Marshall Harris. After 5 days off, the Flyers in Anaheim last night for their only meeting this season against the Ducks. That's more time than Bruce Boudreau had to prepare for the same game. Fired by the Caps Monday and hired by the Ducks Wednesday, just like when he took over in Washington, his first opponent. Yep, the Flyers. Jaromir Jagr back after missing 4 of the last 5 games with a groin injury. The groin and the rest of them looking pretty good in this one. First, the Ducks looking good, period. Ducks on the man advantage. Lead pass goes to Andrew Cogliano, and Ilya Bryzgalov goes for the poke check. He was not successful. Puck winds up in the net to give the Ducks a 1-0 lead. 2 minutes, 22 seconds later, a couple of fins connecting. Saku Koivu passes across the crease to Teemu Selanne, and that's a tap in. That's good. Ducks with a 2-0 lead. Scary moment towards the end of the period. Sean Couturier taken into the boards heavily by Matt Bolesky. That doesn't sit too well with the Flyers. A scrum would ensue. Couturier would stay in the game. Moving on to the second. Ducks have an odd man rush. Initial save going to get made by Bryzgalov, but Andrew Gordon is like, if first we don't succeed, we'll just pick ourselves up and try again. That is inning good. Anaheim, a 3-0 early lead. Under 5 minutes to go in the period. Flyers on the power play trying to get on the board. Teemu Selanne shot deflected by Jaromir Jagr. Told you the groin was okay. His 7th of the season. It's 3-1. Flyers on this 6th power play of the night in the third when Devontae Smith-Pelly hit Scott Hartnell in the face with a stick. He heads to the box. Flyers get a 2-man advantage, and they would cash in. Jagr teaming and playing catch. Jagr cranking the slap shot past Heller. Flyers deficit cut to 1 with plenty of time left to play. So just over 3 minutes to go. Teemu Selanne behind the net. Finds Scott Hartnell on the doorstep. Knock, knock. He is there. Scores it to tie it at 3 apiece. Flyers have a 4-minute power play in the extra session. Most of the time had expired when the Orange and Black's persistence finally going to pay off.
Side of the net, Hartnell. Back out to Briere. He'll line. Fake the shot. Gets to Giroux for the shot. He scores! Claude Giroux wins it in overtime. The one-time howitzer.
Giroux knows sometimes you just have to hit it and quit it. Flyers come back from 3-0 down to win 4-3 in an overtime stunner.
It was terrific. Their line was terrific. But I thought all the lines were good, you know. The young kids stepped up. They played well. Fourth line gave us some great energy shifts. Danny's line was good. Shen looked good in there. So lots of positives to take from tonight.
I think in the second period we had a couple of good shifts. Max's line and Danny's line, I kind of have 2 good shifts back-to-back and kind of give us hope a little bit. And then we got that first goal from Yags and kind of told us we can win this game. And I think everybody was pretty positive in the room.
All right, so the Flyers head to another of Ilya Bryzgalov's old stomping grounds in Phoenix tonight to face the Coyotes. We'll have the game right here on Comcast Sportsnet at 8 o'clock. Coverage beginning at 7:30 with Flyers pregame live. Football now. Plenty of questions for an Eagles team searching for answers after a 31-14 loss at Seattle. Many of those questions centering around Deshaun Jackson and what some viewed as him checking out early Thursday. Michael Barkan has more on Deshaun's reaction after the game and his coach's comments Friday.
No, I'm not answering none of that type of questions, bro. If you're going to ask something about the game, do that, bro. You asking questions don't even mean that. Next question.
So there's no dissension between you and your teammates.
Deshaun Jackson wasn't happy fielding questions about interest level in Thursday night's game or his relationship with teammates. But Friday, Andy Reid had his receivers back with regard to a couple of plays that appeared to depict Jackson in a negative light.
Weeks ago, Vince Young on the sideline appears to be talking to Deshaun Jackson. I'm not sure if he was listening or not.
I'm disappointed in a lot of things. Very disappointed in the NFL Network. Very, very disappointed. And the way they portrayed that. And Deshaun was, I'm going to tell you now, and Deshaun was all in that game. And he had a great attitude during that game. And you can take a camera and you can make some things look any way you want to make them look.
I mean, if that's what they saw, that's what they saw. I'm not going to entertain it.
Were you speaking with your teammates? Was there any communication issue?
I don't have to sit here and answer them questions. My teammates know what it is. I ain't got to sit here and answer them questions.
Here's Jackson working Browner. This is who he wanted the whole time. He has inside position, not even looking for the football.
Jason Avant's the primary on that. Selleck's the second read on that. Back to the running back on it. And Deshaun, all he has to do is occupy the corner of the safety, and all's good right there.
The NFL Network issued a statement in response to Reid's criticism saying, quote, "The broadcast team commented on what they saw on the field as they do for all game telecasts." The Eagles are now just 4-8, and this dream team turned nightmare has Andy Reid facing questions about his coaching future.
You know, that's a logical question, but as a coach, you don't do that. Again, I'm being as honest as I can with you. I don't sit up here and I don't worry about that. I worry about getting better is really where I put all my energy.
With 4 games left, Reid believes his team will fight, even though there isn't much left fighting for.
Well, listen, I'm honest with them, so I make sure that I'm shooting everybody straight, including myself. So I'm very real with the players, and then I've got a good locker room to where they'll work hard.
Michael Barkan, Comcast Sportsnet.
Thank you, Michael. Now, a couple of additional notes to pass along. Andy Reid saying Michael Vick is, quote, doing well, end quote, and will be involved in practice on Monday. Reid said he expects Vick to be ready for the Dolphins. In addition, Jeremy Maclin, who's missed the last 3 games with a hamstring injury, has made an improvement. As for the bad news, the Eagles confirmed special teams player Colt Anderson has a torn ACL suffered while covering this punt in the second quarter. He's done for the year. And cornerback Nnamdi Asomugha left the game in the second quarter after this play. He has a concussion and will be evaluated later this week. Meanwhile, Donovan McNabb has cleared waivers without being claimed. The Vikings waived McNabb at his request Thursday. McNabb can now sign with any team for the remainder of the season. The former Eagle played 6 games with Minnesota and threw for just over 1,000 yards with 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. The Vikings claimed Sage Rosenfels to replace McNabb. The Phillies continue their holiday shopping with the big box tagged shortstop as the one everyone's anxious to unwrap and discover the contents. Conventional wisdom tells us we won't know if the answer is J-Roll until Jose Reyes sets the market, but our insider Jim Salisbury reports Rollins' agent, Dan Lozano, is set to meet face-to-face with Ruben Amaro Jr. at next week's winter meetings in Dallas. Rollins has said he's looking for a 5-year deal. When the baseball winter meetings begin Monday in Dallas, Comcast Sportsnet will be covering the bases. Each night, starting Monday going through Wednesday, Ricky Metallico and I will be breaking down the deals of the day, and Monday's special guest will be the Phillies general manager, Ruben Amaro Jr., CSN Philly.com, Phillies insider Jim Salisbury reporting from the winter meetings in Dallas as well. Covering the bases begins Monday night at 7:30. Up next, Doug Collins said Evan Turner thinks he's the best player on the Sixers. D. Lynham goes one-on-one with the confident youngster, eager to get his sophomore campaign underway. And we are nowhere near done with the fallout from the latest Eagles loss. That puts the Birds at 4-8 with virtually nothing left to play for. What's the Eagles' mindset now when we return on the Rise?
Sports Rise.